So the gate broke. We're the small pigs. We've called our pigs the big pigs and the little pigs because there was one group of 4 who were younger and smaller. There's one of them now, and she's overexerted herself running through 3 open pens now because we didn't have the inner gates closed since there were no pigs in them. But I guess this gate wasn't put on tight enough. Something happened. Luckily, it was an inside gate, not an outside gate. Although they did get out once before, and they came back pretty easily because they know that this is where the food is. Speaking of which, you see they're having breakfast right now. So these are 3 of the smaller pigs, and they, in this accident of getting through the gate, and the reason for this video is because they, for the first time, got to meet our big pigs. And they've never been really close to each other. They used to be separated even much farther in the front of the yard and the back of the yard. So it was pretty exciting for me to see them like communicating or just checking each other out. This is the biggest of the small pigs, and yesterday night when I saw them finally together, he really seemed to be interested in the big pigs and kind of buddying up with them. The smaller pigs not so much. I would guess the big pigs are pretty intimidating if you're still kind of on the small side. This is also interesting to us because we're able to see, compared to each other, their relative sizes. So this is the smallest of the small pigs and the biggest of the big pigs. Wait a minute. Maybe this one's the biggest of the big pigs. They're pretty close anymore. We're guessing, I would guess these big pigs are like 300 pounds, pretty close. This was a huge feeder, and I filled it with 2 25-pound bags of food, and they pushed it around like nothing. They're little linebackers. This pig I've always called Princess, and she's always been the only girl pig in the big pig pen. And so this was the first time since there are 2 girl little pigs that she had a girlfriend, I guess, to talk to. She's been stuck with all these big guys. She didn't seem too interested, though. She's always been pretty content to just be the boss, I guess, of her own domain. She's the most stubborn of all these pigs. Whenever we would try to move them, because we used to move their pens all the time so that they were on rotating grasses and foods that we'd planted in different pig pasture pens, she would be the last to want to move, because I think she was just pretty smart. She was like, you know I've got food and water here. I'm not sure about that new area. But she was just thinking ahead. And also, you can see in the distance, even though it's a little foggy, that the little pigs coming over to this end have been able to meet the goats and sheep, who we moved back just shortly after this big, I don't know, group of pens was finished last week. We were really eager to get the pigs in here because these pens are nice and big. They're all a little bit different shaped and different sizes. And we're going to start planting them with pig pasture today so that they can keep rotating from one pen to the next and have fresh food available in the ground for them. Onions and radishes, turnips, all the things they like to eat a lot. in addition to the food we bring them. This reminds me of a Charlie Chaplin skit. Princess, are you responsible for that bite on his ear? Was that you? Was he getting on the line? Probably. Sheepies and goats. They all came to be on the video too. What do you think of the pig? Careful there, sheep. You might be herbivores, but the pig's not. Not committedly. Oh, so shy. Hey, baby, you want a close-up? So the sheep are getting pretty big. Thinking next week they will be slaughtered, harvested, because they're about full size. They're listening to the trucks, and oh, you can see something coming through the trees from the construction. Very curious to find out what's going on over there. Maybe they'll bring them food. Well, maybe I will instead.